So guys, welcome to VID Nation. So today's market fall has created a lot of anxiety among a lot of investors. So I thought, why not we make one video where I talk about my view of the market and what I intend to do in this market. But I just want to warn you guys that whatever I'm discussing with you is purely my own plan. I'm not giving any buying or selling recommendations. So please do not invest blindly without doing your own proper research and analysis. So this is how the market has ended today. Now these kind of days can be very nerve-wracking for investors because you can see from an advancing stocks perspective, we only have a handful of them. But if you see the losers, we have a lot, and not just a lot, but the magnitude of fall in these stocks is also phenomenal, right? And these are not the small stocks. We're not talking about like some small company out there. We're talking about the big stocks here, right? So DLF, for example, is a big real estate company, fell down 11%. BHEL fell down 12%, Tata Motors fell down about 10% or so. So these kind of days can create a lot of nervousness among investors. And if we see the broader market, Nifty fell down about 3%, Nifty Bank fell about 4%, Nifty Midcap fell about 7%, right? And real estate, PSU banks. So pretty much the fall was basically broad-based, right? So everything fell, and this kind of a market fall indicates that there is more weakness in this market, which we can see in the sessions to come. So in this kind of a market, the most obvious question that people ask is that how far the market can go down. It's a lot of people who are sitting on profits, for example, or people who recently invested in the market, they start to get worried that maybe it's time for them to maybe get out of the market, or they should book their profit, right? What should we do? Because depending on how far the market will go, they will have to make their decisions based on that. Now, how much more the market will fall down, I think it will depend solely on COVID-19 cases. So as we know that in the past couple of weeks, we have seen a resurgence of COVID cases, and the acceleration with which it is happening is really mind-boggling. So states like Maharashtra, they are thinking about applying lockdowns. And whenever we hear about the lockdowns, of course, people get more nervous because it impacts the earnings of the companies, and of course, the share prices also get impacted. And the other sad fact about this situation is that in terms of the vaccination, we are not able to keep up the right kind of a pace that we should have in order to keep the COVID numbers under control. So right now the market is somewhere around 14,300, but if this situation just continues to deteriorate, I won't be surprised if the market goes down and tests some previous levels, so something around, let's say, 13,500. And again, nobody knows, right? Nobody knows this. So the same situation like last March, nobody knew how bad this situation can get. And because of the fear of how bad situation gets, people can start selling. And when people start selling, it just becomes a downward spiral that can push the market way below than we can even imagine. But in spite of all this talk of pessimism, I have reasons to believe that it might not be as bad as March 2020. So now I know that a lot of people who are prophesizing that the market will go back to 7,500 or 8,000 or 10,000. Now anything can happen in this market because we don't know how far the COVID cases will rise. But I still have some very good reasons to share, because of which I believe that it's not going to be as bad as March 2020. Now the first and the most important reason that we have to keep in mind is that in March 2020, we had absolutely no visibility of COVID-19 vaccine. Whereas what we have right now is a fully functional vaccine, not just in India, but around the world, and which has already been rolled out to several crores of people. So because we are already aware that there is a vaccination available for the COVID-19, although the speed of vaccination may not be as high as we want it to be, but at least we know that there is a solution to this problem. Now the second reason is when this whole crisis started in 2020, everybody was taken with surprise, right? So the whole thing was new. The world was just trying to digest exactly what is going on. The whole situation which got created last year was as a result of a surprise, right? People were all surprised, including myself. Everybody was surprised how fast this thing was spreading and how infectious it was at that point of time. And we had no visibility of any vaccine at that point of time also. So there was a surprise factor in 2020. But if we compare that time to this time, we don't really have a lot of surprise left, right? We have lived with coronavirus for over 1 year now. So we know how to manage this. We know what are the precautions that we have to take. We know that there is a vaccine available at some point in time. We all will get vaccinated. So we don't have the same kind of a shock as we had back in 2020. The other reason because of which I believe that this fall may not be as severe as we saw in 2020 is because in the past 1 year, we got used to living with Corona. Not just we as people, but also businesses, right? So every business has evolved itself to fit with this new world where we are working remotely, where we are taking precautions, where we are keeping masks, right? So there is social distancing, whatever is the case, that we basically know how to manage our business and our life in spite of having coronavirus all around us. So in that sense also, we are not like totally unprepared for this, although we might get careless once in a while, but we do know how to manage this if we are serious about it. So because of all these three reasons, I believe that the market, although can fall down from the current level, I don't see it crashing the way it did back in 2020. So with this kind of a view of the market, let me tell you what I intend to do. Now, as you guys know that I'm both an investor and a trader. So I look for opportunities on both these dimensions. So from a trading perspective, there is actually nothing much to do. Basically, just keep trading with the market. Keep looking for opportunities on the short side, look for any rallies and then basically short those rallies, right? So make some money on an intraday basis or a swing trading basis or a positional basis, whatever is the case. I think from a trading perspective, there is nothing much to do rather than just flow with the market and look for opportunities on the short side and maybe once in a while on the long side. So trading is just going to be like this, right? But what I'm seeing right now is a potential opportunity on the investing front, right? So we make money from trading and we make money from investing. So what I'm looking for is opportunity in this market on the investing side. So let me just talk about that right now. So this is something which I have in mind. Again, this is not something which I will recommend you guys to do, but I'm just going to share with you guys what I plan to do. So the moment market comes down 10% from the top, I will start getting into this market, right? So as I said, my view of this market in a short run is of course that market can come down, but in the long run, I believe that this market is destined to go higher. Now, what exactly will that period be? Whether it's going to be in the next 1 year or the next 2 years or next 3 years, I don't know. I don't really care also, because the horizon with which I am investing is for at least 5 to 10 years. And if I have even a little bit of optimism in this very bleak environment that we live in, I can safely assume that 5 or 10 years down the line, I will not have to deal with this COVID kind of a situation. At least from where I'm sitting, that's what I hope for. I may be wrong at that point of time, in which case of course we will see what happens, but with the hope that at least in the 5 to 10 years horizon, this thing will be a thing of the past, and whatever dips that I'm going to get at this point of time will act as an investing opportunity for me. So I will be investing in this market starting from the 10%, right? So the first time the market comes down 10%, somewhere around 14,000, I will get in, and with every fall of 2% or 3%, I will keep adding to my investing portfolio. And I have of course a selected list of stocks that I will be buying, but I will also be investing in mutual funds, especially focused on the mid caps and the small cap stocks. So that is one area where I feel that my portfolio needs to be modified. So I will be adding more in the mid cap and small cap stocks and mutual funds. Now, there is one thing very interesting in this kind of a market, and I keep talking to a lot of investors, and just a couple of months back when the market was trading somewhere around 15,000, a lot of people, I was talking to, they were investing in the market. They started their SIP or they were adding to their SIP. And at that point of time, nobody really asked me whether the market was overvalued or how much more the market can fall. But now when the market has fallen down somewhere around 7 to 8% from the top, now people are asking that should we stop doing the SIP or should we stop investing? So you tell me guys, what is more reasonable? To invest when the market comes down 10%, 20%, 30% or more, or to invest somewhere around here? So we should not get too much carried away with the pessimism that the market creates when the market starts to fall, because I know that creates fear in us. As an investor, you have to take advantage of these kind of market panic situations and look for buying quality stocks which can give you returns in the long run. So this is what was my objective of making this video today, to share with you what I plan to do if the market keeps correcting from this point onwards. And also to say that don't be afraid, right? Fear is not a very good emotion in the market. Instead of being driven by your own fear of losses, you should be thinking of taking advantage of the fear that the others are feeling and they are acting on, and that fear is generating opportunity for you in this stock market, right? So a lot of stocks that I was not willing to buy a couple of months back because they were so overvalued, now they have come down 10%, 15%, 20%, even 30% from the top. So I'm much more happy to buy them at a lower level, because investing is all about buying low and selling high. So don't get carried away with the fear, with the psychosis that we feel with the media and all the news flow and stuff like that. Just have a very clear-cut plan of what you want to do, which kind of stocks that you want to buy at what levels, and then just execute the plan and then follow the plan. So that is exactly what I plan to do. I want to buy in this panic as much as possible. I want to buy mid caps, I want to buy small caps, I want to buy even some selected large cap stocks if I get a good valuations on them as well. But I do want to buy, and I want to buy big. So let's see what kind of opportunities we get in this market in the next few months, and hopefully I will make some more videos about what kind of investment opportunities I took in this period.